Welcome back to the Rogues Gallery Extremely Cursed 3 AM Second Take Edition. We're playing Curse of the Dead Gods. Curse of the Dead Gods is a top-down action roguelite where you play as this mustachioed man who loves to desecrate temples. It's his favorite thing to do. So here in the foyer, we can buy some upgrades if we wanted to. We can choose our blessings, which are things that happen during our run. For instance, this one gives me 1,000 gold to start with. Or unlock new weapons. Weapons can be found on pedestals. Right now I have a choice of 3 different loadouts. All of them are alright, but I'm going to go with the Jewel Hammer, because Jewel Hammer is kind of broken. It provides passive illumination and also has a chance to poison. And we'll be looking for a whip as our secondary weapon. So how the game works is you get to choose which temple you want to desecrate. The Jaguar, Eagle, or Snake. Or do the final expedition, which is very hard, and I'm not going to do, because I can't guarantee I'll win. So right now we're going to go with the Jaguar. And then we get to choose our route. Our goal is to get all the way up here. But I think we'll start with getting some gold. That sounds pretty good. So there's actually a lot of stuff to this game. We'll start with the light mechanic. When you are in the light, you take less damage. The torch also reveals traps and other hazards. So if you're in the dark, you can't see spike pits or things like that. In terms of attacking, we have a primary attack, which I've been using. It can also be charged. We have a secondary weapon, which is currently my shield. And it can be comboed with the primary. We also have a third attack, which is our two-handed weapon. Currently bombs, which are not my favorite, but occasionally it can do some work. Now, two-handed weapons cost stamina to use. Doing a finisher, which is your final attack in the string for your main weapon, also costs stamina, as does rolling. Stamina, of course, those little dots underneath the character. What do we get? A new weapon. I don't really want this, so we can offer it to the gods. This one will give me gold for it, which I'll go ahead and do. We also find another new weapon. This one I do want, so I'm going to take it. The Jaguar hammer is pretty good. I'll get to show it off shortly. And... Serpent Blade is okay, but I'm gonna offer it to the gods for gold. Well, let's get some attributes. So other things you can do. Actually, first let me show off this hammer. It's a pretty good hammer. It does fire damage, lights things on fire, creates light, and does a pretty decent chunk. It also stuns enemies when it hits them. Now, normal attacks will not stun enemies. Enemies do not get stun locked by just your primary weapon. But big, heavy two-handed weapons like the hammer, they will do the trick. Let's grab this gold. Alright, another tool in our arsenal is the parry. Let's try that again. Another tool in our arsenal is the parry. You won't see me doing it a lot because it's a lot of risk versus reward. But it doesn't cost stamina, unlike a dodge. And if you do it correctly, it will both refill your stamina and put the opponent in a weakened state. So it's real good against bosses who have predictable patterns. I don't do it so much against normal enemies, though. Let's sacrifice that. Also, the thing about my main weapon, the jeweled mace, is it provides illumination by default, so I don't have to carry the torch all the time and light stuff up, which is kind of broken. We'll get both stats. So you can see our stats in the bottom left of the screen. The red one is Constitution, the blue eagle is Dexterity, which is damage, and the green snake is Perception, which gives us better treasure. And we just got cursed. I hate this curse. It reduces stamina. So you might be wondering, how? How did we get cursed? Well, if you look at the bottom right, there's a purple bar. It's not filled right now, but it is corruption. And every time you go through a door, you get more corruption. You get 20%, I believe. When your corruption bar fills, you get a curse. When you get 5 curses, you die. Now, curses aren't always bad. Well, I should rephrase that. Curses are both bad and good. Sometimes they're more bad than good. Rarely they're more good than bad, but they change the way the game works. And generally force you to play in a different style or watch out for different stuff. We can remove them, but that's a bit later. So yeah, passive illumination is really good. Otherwise, I'd have to be setting enemies on fire when there's no torches around. Sometimes you do want to fight in darkness, but that's only when you have specific bonuses and relics that let you do it. Alright, here's the weapon station. So there's a mechanic in this game called Divine Favor. You can use it to re-roll your choices, basically. So let's see if we can get a better weapon here. Let me look at my 20% base damage if secondary weapon is a whip. So we want a whip. This is a pretty bad whip, but it is a whip, so I'll take it. Now, normally you can pay for these with gold. But if you're desperate, you can pay with corruption and get a little more curse. You may notice the Grace of the Eagle thing I keep getting when I leave rooms. That is because I have a blessing equipped that lets me get more dexterity if I complete a room without taking damage. I will not get it now because I fucked up. Also, thing I just remembered, you can parry magic attacks. It's just hard to do. But I was just mashing on parry there and it worked, so what do you know? Alright, now we can upgrade our weapon. I kind of want to upgrade the jewel hammer, but I don't have money, so I'll offer blood to do it. I'll pay with corruption. And we'll get our second curse. Let's get some gold. This one, kind of annoying. So I have to pay gold to go through doors now. But if I do pay it, I get more health back. Which, you know, can be useful. I'll never turn down more health. Alright. So let's grab this relic. You can have a total of up to 6 relics. Ooh, more damage in darkness? Definitely. Actually, no, that's useless to me. Because I'm not in darkness, ever. See, reading comprehension is very important sometimes. Alright, so there might be a treasure chest somewhere around here. Or more enemies. In case you're wondering, two-handed weapons do have charge attacks. And now we will fight our first boss. A pretty easy boss. This guy summons jaguars, or as I like to call them, dogs. Because, you know, anything on 4 legs, basically a dog. Unless it's a cat, then I want nothing to do with it. So the trick here is, you just ignore the jaguars. They're not going to hit you, they telegraph their attacks. And if you kill them, he'll just summon more. So you just focus on the boss. And got him. Pretty easy. Alright, when you kill a boss, you can remove a curse. Let's get rid of that one so we can have more stamina. You also get the meta currency, which are jade rings, which only are dropped by bosses, and crystal skulls, which are dropped by bosses, common enemies, and 50 cent. Let's see. Let's sacrifice that. Don't need that either. It does give perception, but I don't really need it. Let's get rid of it. Alright. I would like... Let's do attributes. So enemies and traps now deal more damage. Enemies have more health. I'll keep that for now, just because sacrificing it wouldn't do me any good. You may have also noticed the greed kill meter. Basically, whenever you kill something, you have a set amount of time to kill the next thing, and if you do, you get gold for it. The more greed, the more gold. We'll grab some health. So one thing about this game is that when you swing, you do commit to a swing. It's hard to roll out of an attack once you start it. It is easier to parry out of an attack, which is why you see me occasionally desperation parrying. A little corruption. Yeah, let's grab that. Mainly for the Constitution bonus. Also, big heavy weapons like the hammer can destroy torches. Or rather, sconces. So you gotta be careful while you're swinging things around sometimes. On the bright side, they do stun. Yeah, we'll grab that. Why not? And we can upgrade our hammer again. I'm thinking yes, but I will have to offer blood for it. Which is fine. I could take another curse. Spike traps are triggered automatically. It's fine. Looks like we got a health room. Recovering health gives you corruption. Don't really need it right now, but don't have to fight anything either, so that's pretty cool. Now blood offerings cost health. Cool. That was really dumb of me. You know what, let's take that, because I do kill burning enemies fairly often. Just trying to get some gold. Gonna get hurt. Yep. Sidewinder Sword is nowhere near as good as what I have now, although the finishers cost no stamina is pretty good. Finishers are the final attack in your string. So that's a finisher. Let's go unknown. Sacrifice that. My damage output is pretty good. Smart stuff. As you can see, traps can be pretty useful. We'll get rid of that. Looks like another upgrade station. Ooh, I don't want to take another curse, though. Oh, it would only do health damage, which is actually fine. I can live with that. I will get that health back. It will be fine. I am getting a little too much curse, though. You know what? Let's drop the Worshipper Cloak. We'll take this thing. It'll give me a shitload of dex, which will give me a shitload of damage. And what's not to like? You know what? What is not to like about this game? I think this game's pretty good. I played it like a while back and I kind of bounced off it, but now that I'm playing it again, I'm actually enjoying it a lot. I think it's pretty easy for a roguelite professional like myself, but the final expedition is kicking my ass, so maybe the difficulty curve is not as bad as I thought it was. But yeah, this game's pretty good. I would recommend it. Do I want to buy any of this stuff? Ooh, I could buy that. I don't know. Yeah, let's get that. $32 dexterity. Things are looking up. And more stamina. Alright, this is our second boss. Again, pretty easy. SA as I get hit immediately. But the reason this boss is easy is because, like most bosses, he has a pattern that's very easy to parry. Then he goes into Form 2, which is a little harder to parry, but still not too bad. I'm actually playing this very sloppy. All these, none of these are actually too bad. Let's get rid of the spike trap one. We'll offer that up to get more dex. Offer that up for some gold. I'm feeling like I want to heal. Which will get me more corruption, which is not great, but I think I'll survive. This one's kind of annoying. So chests will now attack me and I have to parry them to open them. So I should be able to just barely make it to the last room without getting the last curse. It's gonna be close though. I better not get corrupted by anything. fine. I can get that health back. Let's get an upgrade. I hate this guy. He's got a gun. Not fair. That was close. Sacrifice that for health. And then I might be able to afford an upgrade. Ooh, I could do it for damage. I think it's worth it. Especially since I get health back every time I go through a room. I get health back whenever I kill an enemy that's on fire. Yeah, I'm almost back to full health already. And there we go. We'll sacrifice that. Yeah, not the best play. Also, should probably keep the lights on. Yeah, I'm not gonna get any more relics. I'm pretty good there. That was definitely a panic parry. Ew. I'm still fine though. Not if that keeps up. We will sacrifice that, get some health back. Too many spikes. All right, one more room before the boss. Hopefully it's a health room. This is normally very annoying, but probably no normal enemies for a while. Except this room, but that'll be okay. Oh, this is actually a very fun room. There's no reason to do it though, but I'll do it to show it off. So you kill enemies within a certain amount of time, and then you get gold based on how good you do, or how fast you do it. Yeah, I got quite a bit there. Of course, I can't spend it on anything, but that's fine. Now for the boss. Depending on how bad my parries are, I have a lot of health, so I can make a lot of mistakes, but this guy can dish out some pretty good damage. Then again, so can I. He's actually very annoying to parry, just because he varies up his timings on attacks. Sometimes they come fast, sometimes they come very slow. I seem to be getting hit. I hate that move. Yeah, so they're the fast ones. And there's a slow one. I think I'm gonna make it though. This coward would come and fight where we can actually, you know, do combat. Got him. That big explosion would probably have killed me if it hit. But that is the Temple of the Jaguar. And that is Curse of the Dead Gods. Like I said, it's a pretty good game. I enjoy it. Would recommend picking it up if you're interested. There's still 2 other temples that are different, have different traps, different enemies, different bosses. And the final expedition, if you're very good. But for now, I'll be seeing you.